Alright, this fly that we're going to tie is a CDC Golden Stone fly, and I first saw this pattern, it's a Charlie Craven pattern I believe, a couple of years back, and it's become one of my go-to fly patterns. So I'm starting off with a size 14 nymph hook with a 3/32 gold tungsten bead head, and I'm going to make this heavier, so I'm going to add some lead wire. About 10 wraps of that. I'm just going to push that into the bead to secure it and smooth down that edge. The thread that I'm going to use is a tan 8/0, and so I'm just going to get that started. Behind the lead, I'll make a couple of wraps up through and back down and just break off the end of that. So the tail section for this fly is pheasant tail. So I'm going to take maybe 4 or 5 pheasant tail fibers, and this I'm going to use kind of a natural color, and I want it to be about the length of the hook shank, and I'll tie that in right on top down to about the barb of the hook. Then I can remove this excess. This has a rib material, and this is just a fine or small gold wire, and so I'm just going to tie this into the same place right behind that lead. And I'll bring it back up. This also has some flash that runs throughout the entire back of the body, and here I'm just going to use my my clear pearl flash, and I'm going to tie that just into the top there, and then advance my thread to about the midway section. Now I'll dub the body of this, and I'm going to use an Antron blend, and this is a Golden Stone. And I'll just get that started on my thread, and I just want to make a nice taper. And one more little pinch should do it. And you'll notice I'm stopping just short of the bead. And so I can bring my flash back over top. And make sure I'm nice and centered there. And then I can wrap my gold wire ribbing material up through. And then tie that off. And I can break that wire off and then just snip the flash. Then I'll give a couple more turns to put everything together. Alright, now the next piece of material that I tie in is the CDC, and for this I'm going to use, and again CDC comes in a variety of different styles. I like to use for this particular pattern the puffs, and I want this puff section to go about the body of the fly, maybe just a little short of that, so I'll make a turn just to hold it, And then I'll just start to spread that material out so it goes around the top portion of the fly. And then I can come back through and just clip off this butt section. And spread it out more, and then come back in with my wraps. Alright, once those CDC ends are spread out, I'm going to take a piece of, this is just dry fly hackle, and I'm going to take a section out that's going to match, and I'll clean off the bottom and tie that in. So I'll tie its stem first. And now I'll just take a couple of wraps of the dry fly hackle, bring it up to the front, and then tie it off. Okay, now I can go ahead and snip that. And I'm going to put a collar on this. I'm going to take my same Golden Stone dubbing, and I'm just going to put a small collar on this, and what it's going to do is it's going to start to lay back those dry fly fibers and get them pointed the other way. So I'll put a little collar on that, and then I can just tie it off. Turns in my whip finisher. And that's it. So this pattern, obviously, again, tied in a size 14. You can tie these anywhere. I'd say from a 10 to a 14 is about the smallest I go. And that is Charlie Craven's CDC Golden Stone.